Hi, thanks for checking out this demo for products and stock in OscarOnline. The purpose of this video is to give you an overview of some of the products and stock features. It's not intended as a training video, so don't worry if we skim through the system fairly quickly. If you're interested, I'd recommend taking the free trial, and if you click the help icon you'll get a list of training videos for the particular section of the system you're looking at, so that'll help you learn a lot more about the system. So let's get right into it. If I go into purchasing here, and I'm going to go right into the center of products and stock, which is the product system. Now this is our list of products that are available. We've just got 10 on the demo system, but your list can be as short or as long as you need it to be. That just depends on your needs. What we've got here then is several products along with our complete rope climbing kit. So let's go into the climbing unit and just give you a quick overview of that. So we've got the basic product information, such as the product code that you can define, the description, and on the left-hand side you have everything to do with buying the product, whereas on the right you've got everything to do with selling it. And down at the bottom here you've just got a little bit more information about the product itself. It's worth mentioning that even though this is a product database, it doesn't mean you have to stock literal physical products. It could also be used for your services. So if you've got a service you provide at a fixed price, for example installation, it works perfectly well to use this system for that as well. Let's now take a look at the product group. So we've got a list of your product groups. Again, there's just a couple, but this list can be as long as it needs to. Basically, this is where you define what group this product belongs to. And if we look back at the tabs across the top now, we'll first look at delivery. So very quickly you can define which geographical zones you deliver to. So this could be all sorts of different countries. This is mainly for exporting. So you can have options for same day or next day delivery, and you can assign them all different prices too. Okay, let's move on to suppliers. Basically, you can have multiple suppliers of the same product. In this particular instance, we actually build the climbing unit ourselves, so we're the supplier. But if you've got a product that you buy in from multiple sources, then they can all be listed here along with their different prices. Okay, next thing to look at is the product children section. In some systems this would be referred to as kitting, but we refer to it as product children, where basically you've got your parent product, which is the complete rope climbing unit, and then underneath that you've got the parts that make up the unit, along with the cost to buy each part, the quantity, and the total of the buying prices. So we can see it costs a little bit over £6,000 to order this complete product. Now, the children don't always have to be actual products. It might be that you just want to describe certain things in here. For instance, if you want to display the height of the unit to customers, then we can enter that here. So it says 28 feet tall, and that'll appear as a line of description on invoices and so on. So this is a really handy way of describing a complicated product that has a lot of specification. Now, another thing we can do is hide certain items. So for instance, say this rope support pole. Now, the customer might not need to know that there's 20 support poles within this product, but we need to know that for when we're buying in the parts. So if we just hide this, then when we actually put the product into the quote, then the produced document won't show the support pole line to the customer. So the system is really quite powerful and very flexible in terms of what you need to be displayed. Now, you can also do price breaks for products. Say if you buy 10 at a time, you'll get a different price than if you buy 1 at a time. And a different one again if you buy 100 at a time, and so on. This can all be customized to what you want and sent through automatically to both purchase orders and for selling as well. You just need to define what prices you sell for in different blocks. Now, we'll come back to stock in a moment, but I'm briefly going to mention building. This is applicable for when you assemble products from the parts you've got in stock. You can choose the stock location that you want to assemble the product into, and then tell the system, I'm going to build 5 of these, so it will actually gather all of the child products out of stock and put 5 of the assembled products into stock for you. And you can also do the same thing in reverse with explode here. That'll take the finished products out and replace the child products back into stock. So if this is something you do in your business, you'll appreciate how handy that feature is. Right, let's now discuss stock, and to do that I'm going to look at one of the parts of the climbing unit, this fixing bolt. As you can see then, we've got 507 of these in stock at our location, Fun Times Limited. Those will be in one single bay, which is the fixings bay. It's also worth noting we have 240 on order from our suppliers. So reserved here, this is how many of this product are reserved for sales orders that haven't been dispatched yet. So we've got 507 available, and we've set a low stock trigger of 100, so it'll remind us to reorder when we get down to 100 in stock. So that's pretty useful. Now I'd like to show you how easy it is to adjust stock. So let's click Edit Stock here, and we can adjust stock or we can move stock between locations. So I'll do a stock adjustment within the fixings bay. I'm going to put down that after doing a stock count there's been an unexplained discrepancy, and that there's actually 2 more in stock than we originally thought. That'll put our stock up to 509 rather than 507, and stock adjustments are really as easy as that. That'll all be tracked in the reports as well, so you can look back and see what's been moved around and for what reason. Typically you'd do a stock adjustment by either putting stock in or by dispatching stock. Here then we've got a purchase order for Toolkit Limited, that's the supplier of these bolts, and we've got 50 of these on order. If I go to the Booking In tab, we can see that a quantity of 10 of these have actually been booked into the fixings bay. The original order is for 50 bolts here, so we've got 40 that haven't been booked in yet. We're now going to say that the other 40 have arrived now, and I'll just book these into the fixings bay. So that's all booked in now. It's really as simple as that. On the other side of the equation then, if we go into the sales order, we can see that these fixing bolts have been ordered. And if I click on this down here, you can see that there were 5 ordered in total. So if we go to the dispatching tab, we can see all 5 of these have actually been dispatched. This is the dispatch down here, 5 from the fixings bay. We can view a dispatch note from there, and we can also use this as a picking note. What we can also do is we can assign a courier to this dispatch with a tracking code and then send out an email to the customer advising them of the dispatch and the courier along with a tracking code, so our email will most likely have a link to that courier's website where they can track the order as it goes out. Okay, so that should really give you an overview of the product and stock system. Again, I'd recommend taking a free trial, and please feel free to ask us any questions by email or live chat with us on the website so you can find out as much as you need to make sure OscarOnline will suit your needs. Thanks for watching.